Hey guys! So today I am doing a video on breastfeeding necessities / tips and tricks, all that kind of stuff, all the good stuff that goes into breastfeeding, and I know I won't be able to cover everything in this video, but here are some really important things that I think are necessities when you're breastfeeding. The first thing I would recommend is making sure that you have a good electric double breast pump. And if you can do it, usually insurance now covers breast pumps, so that makes it easy, but also a good manual hand pump, which I have the Medela manual pump, and then I have the Spectra S2 double electric pump, which I will link both of the videos I did over those down below. So if you want to check them out and see what I think of them in the reviews, you can do that. But I think the electric is really good, especially if you are exclusively pumping, which I hated exclusively pumping. We did that for a couple months. I did not like it. I was glad that we were able to switch to breastfeeding. But the hand pump, the manual pump, is what I think is so important too, because you would be surprised how many times you're in the car or someplace where it's not easy to have an electric pump, you know, and you're attached to the wall or something. So in the car, another thing I love about the hand pump, and this is also kind of a little tip for you guys, once your baby starts sleeping a little bit more through the night, you'll wake up and you'll feel so engorged. I mean, you're gonna have Mount Rushmore sitting on your chest. It's gonna be like George Washington over here and Abraham Lincoln over here, okay? And you're gonna be miserable. So instead of busting out the electric pump and pumping everything out, because you don't know when the baby's gonna wake up, and every time you do that, I promise you they're gonna wake up 5 minutes after you do it wanting to eat. And if your baby's anything like my baby, they want it straight from the tap, not a bottle. So then they're gonna be mad because you don't have anything to give them. But if you use your manual pump and just pump enough to be comfortable, just enough to be comfortable, then whenever they wake up, they can eat. And they will still be satisfied and you won't be in pain. The next thing that I think is really important for nursing moms, at least for me, was nursing pads. Obviously, duh, you need nursing pads, you leak, blah, blah, blah. But I personally loved having reusable nursing pads, and these are ones that I made myself. I will also link that video down below on how I made them, because I think I did a how-to, or at least included it in a vlog. These are so easy to make, so easy. Even if you're not good at sewing, you can do this, I promise. But I liked having those because regular disposable nursing pads were like, they just weren't comfortable for me. I used every different brand to see if I liked them. They were just kind of crunchy, crinkly, and they never looked right under my shirt. And these look great, like you can't even tell you have anything on, they're comfortable. The only downside to the reusable ones is they are not as absorbent as a disposable. So I still used disposable at night for a while I was still leaked quite a bit. I don't have to anymore. I did use disposable at night, or if I knew I was gonna maybe go a little bit longer of a period of time between feedings for whatever reason. Otherwise, I'm all about the reusable nursing pads. Guys, do you hear that? The Coast Guard's flying by. Oh my gosh, maybe they're gonna go save somebody. I hope everything's fine. Hopefully they're just practicing. Another really important nursing must-have necessity are V-necks and tank tops. And I know that people want to go out and buy the nursing tank tops and some nursing shirts. I own 2 nursing tank tops, and honestly I don't even like them. I just get these, I'm literally wearing one now. This is like a $1.88 tank top from Walmart. They're stretchy, and I'll put them under my V-neck if it's kind of like a more see-through one. And I always get my V-necks at Target, just the Target brand, and the V-necks are great. You can literally just like slide it to the side and they can eat. Or you can do the one shirt up, one shirt down with the tank top under it, which if you guys don't know what that is, you literally just like pull your upper shirt up and pull this one down and you put them on, and nobody even knows you're nursing. Like, I've never had anybody notice when I've done that in public. So I really like to do the 2-shirt method, going out in public with just a V-neck kind of shirt and a tank top. Another necessity that I just kind of ended up coming up with myself, I do have a nursing cover, like the one with the strap, and it has the little thing that kind of sticks out so you can see them and be like, hi baby. I hated it. I hated it. And honestly, I'm not really one to cover that much anymore. At first I did because I was always so embarrassed, like, oh, somebody's gonna see my boobs, they're gonna be offended, and now I'm like, I don't really care. But depending on the situation where we are, I do still cover in public sometimes. When I do, I just take a muslin blanket. This is just one of the thin muslin blankets. I have no idea where this one's from. I got it for our baby shower. I tie it in a knot like that. I can stick it right over here like this, put it to the side. It's super breathable and light. It's not hot. Jonathan doesn't like being covered, but he will tolerate this sometimes. So I like it because I think he still feels like he's part of things because he can still kind of see through it. He can breathe fine. He does not feel like he's not suffocating in there. So I much prefer having a muslin blanket. Plus, you can roll them up tiny, put them in your bag, then you also have a blanket with you. So pretty awesome. Another thing that I think is a huge necessity to nursing moms, a baby carrier. And this is a Tula. Tula in the wild! But, I mean, any brand that floats your boat will work. It's just I really like Tulas. These are great. You can actually nurse while they're in there. There's videos online on, you know, just type in breastfeeding in a blank, whatever carrier you have, and they have a lot of videos. But basically what I do has a strap down here that goes around your waist. I loosen that up and move it down. And then I loosen each of these arm straps so it kind of puts him further out. And then it also has a hood, which I don't have attached right now, but you can put that up and then just feed him. I can't tell you how many times I've been at the grocery store, whatever store, and I've walked around and fed him the entire time and nobody has any idea. And it's wonderful. But this is hands-free nursing on the go. It's fantastic. Half the time he would fall asleep and then it would be even better. I would highly suggest getting a baby carrier. They also, I mean, you can literally make your own wrap carrier. You don't have to spend this much money on a carrier. But it makes life so much easier. So I would highly suggest it. Another really important thing when you're nursing is a giant cup for water with a straw. Straws make life easier, they really do. Yes, this is a Pineapple Willie's cup. This cup was meant for daiquiris and alcohol, but I haven't used it as such in a long time. It's now my water cup. It has a handle, it keeps things cold, and it has a straw lid. I love this, and it's huge. You see how big it is compared to my head? I drink probably 7 to 10 of these a day, easily. The thirst is so real when you're nursing, especially at first, when you're nursing constantly. And the weird thing is, you'll sit down and you'll be nursing, and you're like, oh, la, 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 la. All of a sudden it hits you, and you feel like you are in the Sahara Desert and you will die in 5 seconds if you do not drink water. So I carried this with me 24/7. I still nurse, but I don't do it as often now because he's older. I just carry this around with me everywhere. It was always within arm's reach, which is important because if you sit down and it's not, you're gonna sit there the whole time and stare at it and wanna cry because you can't drink it. So just make sure you stay well hydrated and have a cup that you can carry around with you all day to make sure that you're getting the water that you need. And then the last, probably most important thing for nursing moms is a good support group. Whether that's your friends, your family, just a group of people, even better if that group of people has a lactation consultant. But truthfully, breastfeeding isn't always easy. We had a very difficult time at first, and if I didn't have a good support group, I don't know if we would have stuck with it. And I think that's where a lot of people have problems because it's not easy for everybody. It doesn't come naturally to everybody. And when you don't have support, you don't know what to do. I was lucky enough where we used to live, there was a Fort Benning, Columbus, Georgia breastfeeding page on Facebook. And you can probably look on Facebook for whatever city you live in. Just type in like San Francisco breastfeeding, and then it'll come up with different pages. And for us, we had a meeting every Thursday that 2 lactation consultants would come to, and you could weigh your baby before, feed your baby, weigh your baby after, see how much they were taking in, talk to a lactation consultant if you needed to, and it was all free. And you know, I know everywhere doesn't have that, but look in your area to see, because getting help when you need help is important, having support when you need support is important, and just know that you're not alone and struggling or whatever you're going through. Just try to get help and make sure you have supportive people surrounding you at all times. Well guys, that's it for my breastfeeding necessities video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!